What's up, everybody? We're back.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Metal Edge Journey. Hey, great news out there for Sleep Token fans. They have a brand new track that just came out called Emergence. We've done them on the show before, but it's been a very long time, so we're excited to check out this new track. Hey, while you guys are here, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let us know what you think about the track down in the comments, and let us know if you're excited about their upcoming record and tour. Dave, let's do it.
Here we go.
Well, you were late in verse, living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again.
I like this chord progression.
You and I are down head first in another world I had.
This isn't a visualizer, is it?
It is, but this is how like most of their videos are. It's a nice guild tabber. I'll stop. Look, the lead singer, I think he goes by the name Vessel. He's a very good singer.
I like that little part.
Not sure what instrument that is.
Are you carbide on my nano, red glass on my light bulb, dark light on my culture, sapphire on my white gold, burst out on my chest and hide out in the vents. My blood beats so alive, my bite right through your lenses. Midnight in my mind's eye, drowning out the daylight. Godspeed to my enemies, to be asking for that call sign. You know the behavior, canines of the savior. Glory to the legion, trauma for the neighbors.
Very like.
Chance this song has a guitar in it.
I mean, they do a lot of genre bending, so it will almost certainly have guitars.
That doesn't sound very like confident.
I mean, I've never heard the song, but you know.
It's building.
I've got solar flesh for your dead god, space dust for your fuel rods, dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the winds that started from within. My blood beats so alive, might tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep with the universe and your well-past in the afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified by what's below, no matter what you do, no matter where you go. You might be the one to take away the pain and let my mind.
It's like super vibey and ethereal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
definitely a very vibe-driven song.
Nothing else is quite the same as how I feel when I'm at your side.
was gonna say something, but I'll just wait till we get to the end to see where the song goes. Drummer is very good. I feel like musically I'm most impressed with him. I'll say it now. I don't know how I feel about the building. Oh.
Little metal sax. Never a bad choice.
No.
There's a couple of bands out there that have some good metal sax. Shrezzers, Dream Theater.
I thought you said good.
I did.
I will say,
Fading
please.
out on the sax. I can't be mad at that.
I was gonna say the opposite. I was like, please don't fade out on this.
Come on, bro. You knew that's where it was going.
I mean, it's consistent with the tone so far.
No, you're
The
right.
sax came in. You know, I went through a range of emotions during that song. Like early on, like I love the intro to it. I like the vocals were really good. I like the melody and everything that was going on. We got into like the next part of it, which was the rap part, which was fine. Like I'm not crapping on it by any means. It was just I don't know, it was confusing for me, I guess. It was just such a shocking kind of shift for me into that. And then going into the guitar parts where, like the guitar parts were probably, sadly, the least interesting part of the whole song.
I kind of agree.
For me, like I was really looking forward to seeing what the guitar would bring differently to the song. Overall, I think that's like I think if you're like a diehard, I don't know what Sleep Token fans are called. If you're a diehard Sleep Tokener, then it doesn't matter what anybody says, you're gonna like that song right off the bat. I think there's a world where, like, if I listen to that track probably 4 or 5 more times, get the get the lyrics and everything as part of it, I think that song grows exponentially for me each time I listen to it. I wish there was more going on from a guitar standpoint, but I really enjoy the vocals throughout. I love the choice to end on the saxophone. I know that's a small part of the song, but just a cool vibe. I liked it more than I think I thought I would after about 2 minutes of the song. Now hearing it and kind of knowing where it's going to go and expecting that one section with the rap and everything in it, it's kind of like, I mean, look, people are going to crap on this, but it's kind of like listening to the song Saint Anger for the first time, and you have that real heavy part, and then it goes into that to that weird clean chorus, and it was such a just shocking switch that it took you a couple of times, or some people decades, to kind of choke that down,
or never.
Yeah. But I think this is a song that would easily grow on me over time. And if I listen to it, I think 4 or 5 more times, I think then I would truly understand the song more. But I liked it for the first pass, but I do want to listen to it more.
Yeah, I'll go next here. I will just come out front and just be honest that I would say Sleep Token is fine to me, like as a band in general. They do some things that are interesting, but I think like the style of guitar that I often hear from them, and I'm not saying this is every song or whatever, just the few that I've heard, like that gent style of riffing where it's just kind of like, just chords versus
more
like
rhythmic.
and not really like actual, like what I would call like more traditional riffing. That's a barrier for me. That's a me problem though. That's not the band. And this song unfortunately suffers from that a little bit as well, where like Josh, you said, like the guitar is kind of just an afterthought, or it's just like a means to like, okay, we're in the heavy part now. Here's some open chords, right? And I do think that's like the least interesting part of the song. I do think the rapping section would get better if I knew the lyrics, because I think obviously that is the whole point of the rapping section, is to know what the lyrics are. But I do agree that this is probably better than a lot of the other Sleep Token songs that I've heard. My only I guess if I'm being critical, is I don't know that I personally heard that much different in terms of their sound. Like, I don't know that this sounds that much different than "Take Me Back to Eden," like any song off of that record. Like, in terms of evolution of their sound, is this really an evolution of their sound? Like, I'm curious to know what Sleep Token fans might say in the comments. Like, how different is this? Like, could this song have been on their previous record? Or if you don't care, if that's you just want more of the same, how do y'all feel?
I'll go next. I didn't feel one way or the other. The song was the definition of fine. I thought it was very moody, very rhythmic, almost to the point of a trance or what I would meditate to or something like that. Which unfortunately doesn't leave a lot of room for like ultimate enjoyment. I would just say that while I didn't hate anything that I heard, if this was my introduction to Sleep Token, I wouldn't be like, oh man, I need to go listen to some more of this. So while I didn't dislike what I heard, I don't think I heard anything that was just going to blow me out of my seat. I agree with Dave that the most of the riffs were very basic riffs, which is fine because what it was used for was just to emphasize the rhythm, and that was pretty much it. Uh, but the saxophone at the end was pretty lightning, kind of like a little bit of a blues kind of deal. So I thought that was kind of nice. But overall, it was fine. Um, I do wish this gave me some kind of idea of what this band was about.
Yeah, I agree with what Josh said. I definitely liked this song more than I thought I would. Not that I necessarily assumed I was going to dislike it or anything, but it definitely was more of a vibe than something I would normally listen to. Very moody. Jason, you mentioned the word trance. I think that pretty accurately describes kind of what they were going for, maybe. And I really did like that sax at the end, the fade out and everything. I thought it fit really well on this journey that this particular song took us on.
Yeah.
I don't think this is necessarily going to convert me as into a Sleep Token fan, but I enjoyed the song overall.
All right. Well, hey, if you also think that metal sax, should be more prominent in every metal song, then go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're putting out weekly metal content right now. We got metal reactions, metal reviews, metal time machines, metal brackets, and all kinds of other cool stuff. And hey, in the meantime, live long and prosper.
Take it easy, everybody.
Later.
Peace.